When did you find out you were cleared to participate?
Like a couple of weeks ago.
And what did they find on you went to Harvard and Michigan? What did they find? What did they do to make you capable of participating?
Just run tests and just make sure that everything was good to go.
Well, what was the diagnosis exactly?
I'm not allowed to talk to it publicly, so.
But no NFL teams have any issue with this?
No.
What was your first reaction when you were told you can't participate in the combine because of this?
I was a little bit upset at first, but, I was happy to just be able to meet with teams and get to, talk to a lot of coaches and, just get to talk ball, which is, why I was there.
Was it a surprise, or were you kind of maybe expecting it, had it in the back of your mind?
Well, I knew about it here, so, I was a little surprised that they held me out, but, I was excited that I was able to do everything at Pro Day.
What happened to you in freshman year here? Is that right?
Yeah, got tested here and got cleared here, so.
How long of a difference was that when you found out here and then you got tested or cleared? Was it pretty short turnaround too?
Yeah.
Can you take us back to freshman year? Like what happened? How did they diagnose it? Had you any idea about it beforehand?
I didn't really know about it, but they just found it on EKG, so.
And how long was the wait then before you?
Like a week.
Okay. At that point, did you have some concerns about your future playing football?
No.
Mo, was there any option for you to tell them that in freshman year?
I think it was just the fact that I had not had any testing done recently. So just a lot of times the combine will play it safe. So, that's what they did. It was fun.
How important was that for you, though, to be down in Indianapolis, to meet with the teams, like you said, interview, and make the most of that time down there?
I think it was huge just to be able to talk to them, get to meet with them, get to have them, know me as a person, as a player, and, just get to talk football with them, which, I love to do.
You were able to do everything today, no restrictions?
No.
How'd it go?
It was good.
Did you have a certain 40 time you were hoping to hit?
Yeah, I was trying to get a 4.7, but ended up running 4.8, so fine with that.
What do you think? How do you think NFL teams will view you now that they know about the heart, whatever?
I think they're viewing me exactly the same as before. If you're cleared, you're cleared. It's not really anything to look back on. So.
Did you have a sort of the approach coming into this, like I got to prove everybody, got a lot to prove to everybody?
I think just film kind of speaks for itself and. Stats and numbers and all that stuff. So, just getting to, talk ball. And, that's most important, not how fast I run or jump.
The diagnosis that scared you, did it run through your mind that you may not play football again?
No.
Any D tackles you think will really step up next year on the team?
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to have, a lot of guys that play really well. I think Aubrey's going to be one of those guys. Dwumfor and Lawrence and I think there's a lot of Monet. A lot of those guys are, really good players and just taking it to the next step and just being full-time starters and, backup players and getting more playing time and just being more consistent. I think that just helps you in the long run. So, they're going to definitely be competing, all spring and, fall camp for, who's going to be the starters, which I think brings out, the best in everyone.
We've heard a bit about how Dwumfor's learned a bit from you and especially trying to replicate some of the things that you are able to do. What have you seen specifically from him and how he can be an asset to this team going forward?
There's a lot of rare times where, you get a D tackle that, excels in pass rush, and he's one of those guys that, really excels in the pass rush game, which, translates huge to the NFL, and I think it's something that he can continue to hone in on and work on, and be a very productive player for our team. And he's got all the tangibles and all of the quick twitch and ability to move and bend that you want from a attacking defensive tackle.
Just back to the combine for a second. When they first told you, can you just explain the next steps? What did you do immediately after the first few hours, days even?
Just talk to our trainer, my trainer here, just about, what was going on, back when I was here earlier, and just try to get in contact with, whoever I could to, figure out what the next step would be as far as getting retested and just making sure everything was clear.
And where did you go first, here or Harvard, or what was the next?
I went here, and then I went to Harvard.
What will you give an NFL team? I mean, do you have to talk about that with teams, and what you present for them?
Yeah, I mean, they ask you, like, what type of player you think you are, and, you know,
What do you
I
tell them?
always answer just, you know, a playmaker, someone that's going to be disruptive, and, you know, someone that's going to be productive and, you know, really try to, you know, impact the game. And I think that's something that's going to translate well to the next level.
The test that they did here in Harvard, what did they do exactly?
I mean, just like recheck EKG, some stress tests, just running, MRI, just like everything like that.
Whole battery of everything.
Yeah.
Is that something that the NFL is expecting you to do, I guess, regularly throughout your career, like, you know, every year or something? Or has there been any feedback on that? What's the process?
I mean, I really don't know. Last time when I got it done here, I didn't have to do anything, so, you know, hopefully the same.
Do you have to go back to Indy for the medical recheck?
Oh, I haven't heard anything from that, no.
I'm sure you've seen, you know, Nick Fairley. He's a guy that played, you know, a few years in the league, and then he couldn't because of the heart anymore. I don't know how much concern, if at all, does that give you? What do you think of his situation, if they're comparable?
I mean, I'm not really concerned about it. I think, you know, my situation is probably different than his, so.
Did you lean at all on guys like Taco and Chris for, you know, getting prepared for all of this?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I mean, just talking to all those guys. We had so many guys go through it, and, you know, I'm obviously in close contact with a lot of them. So, you know, just getting to speak with them and get to talk to them and just get to hear what they had to say about, you know, the combine and, you know, pro day and, you know, what it was like to work out for teams. So, you know, they've been able to, you know, be great guidance and get to let me know and prepare for whatever's up.
Was there anything different about this experience and preparing that's kind of taken you by surprise?
No, not really. I mean, we only had 2 D linemen, so that was, you know, tiring, but, you know, it was fun.
What's next for you? How many team visits do you have set up, or where do you sort of go from here, I guess?
You know, I'll just figure out what teams I'm going to go visit. You know, I've met with all the teams, so, you know, I'll just figure out which ones I'm going to be flying to, and, yeah, just go from there.
Do you have a number? How many of those do you have set up right now?
I haven't set up any yet.
Do you have a dream scenario for draft day and where you might, you know, want to go?
I mean, wherever it wants me, honestly, so it's fine.
Did you have a favorite team growing up or anything like that?
Being from Boston, I was a Patriots fan growing up, so.
1 or 2 more for Mo.
So, I don't know. How high do you expect to go in the draft? Where do you expect to go? Hope to go?
I mean, hopefully first round, so we'll see.
Did you have any doubts that you would be able to participate? I mean, it doesn't sound like you had any.
No.
Why were you so positive? Just because of the experience freshman year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How about people around you? How concerned were they?
I'm pretty concerned, but I mean, I think I knew everything was going to be fine, so.
And just to be clear on the timeline, so when you came back after the combine, the Michigan tests were that next week?
Yeah.
And then the Harvard was the week after that?
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any other future tests planned before the draft, anything like that?
No.
What are your plans for the draft?
I'm not sure yet. Either go there or hang out at home with my family.
Did you get invited there, Dallas?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my invite, but I'm sure I'll probably get invited there.